personal right now.
It's okay. This is a very open podcast.
Yeah, so I think I had surgery on my ears when I was little, and I think that maybe it's just sensitive because of that.
Yeah.
Why did I have surgery on my ears? Sure, I'll tell you. Because they stuck out like taxi cab doors. Like this. And I'm glad my mom did it.
So, are these headphones comfortable on your ears now?
Yes, but if I
Okay.
had to wear them like long term, like AirPods, what
Yeah.
do they call Apple AirPods?
Yeah.
I have a pair, but they bother me after a while.
Okay.
I just have sensitive ears.
I had to divert. You just were trying to set me up, and that ain't gonna happen. Not on this
I
Tuesday.
mean,
Southwest
listen, I'm
Florida.
glad my mom did it.
I love that you shared that with us. So we've been talking a lot, like Ryan, Emily, they do these stories on economics and, how you can navigate the change in the economy and those type of stories, right?
Yes.
Giving great tips. Ryan's segment, we should plug it. And it's your money.
It's your money, baby. But there's no baby. It's your money.
It's just the money. And so I wanted to talk about something that I saw online because I know people, they have their jobs or they could even be looking for a job and they might be looking for like a side hustle or something to get them through that gap between unemployment and, finding the next right thing for them.
I want a side hustle.
I want a side hustle too. So I found on BuzzFeed that people are sharing the side gigs that make them real money.
Am I going to press play for this?
No.
No, I'm not.
These people are really using their
Okay.
whole, wow, that is a cuss word. Okay. So the first, skip.
That's not going to make you money.
Right.
Okay.
So, and I love the memes. You probably can't appreciate them. This one says, the guy down here says,
I'm a baby.
I'm a baby, I have no money. And this one says, I really don't eat. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what people are saying. Someone says, these are super creative. I host bar trivia. It's usually 3 hours a night, and it makes me about $150 a night plus tips. I'm actually trying to make this my full-time job. I enjoy it so much. It's not hard to buy trivia games or hook up with an existing company. I'm independent. I write my own games, and I try to sell them on the side.
That's cool.
That is cool. Also, you could probably partner with like a local venue type spot.
Oh yeah, there's so many restaurants that like sports bar type places, like wings places that would
Yeah.
probably be like, come on in.
Absolutely. Then I saw people online who were saying like they host like pop-up shops. Sorry. So like pop-up shops.
Oh.
So they might say like she actually called it a kettle corn pop-up. So she centers it all around kettle corn, but it's like local vendors who actually bring in whatever their business is. So like earrings or t-shirts or whatever. And she's charging each of them to come to this kettle corn event. So people are using things that they love to kind of create events and
Love
then
that.
they're charging because we all love a good event, but then they're charging people to attend and they're making money off of that.
And even if you don't have maybe the stamina or, whatever drive to do that thing where you're like creating it all on your own, I know I can like think of several friends who are doing side hustles that it's like a company that they do the side hustle for. For
Okay.
example, one woman I know, I won't out her, she is selling, there's like a clothing line that they don't put in the stores. You have to have home parties for them. And so she's selling that now. And all you do is like, hey, who wants to have a party? You get a certain amount of credit towards the clothing. I know another friend of mine, she started, she really liked this skincare. And I actually use it. I always want to say Bare Minerals, but it's not. It's Beauty Society. And she sells it now.
Love that.
And she's like making money and going on trips.
Let's
and
go.
I know.
Let's go, friend.
I know people who back in the day when those things were popular, the nail polish like rub-ons.
What were they called? Yes.
Color Street.
Color Street. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, I feel like if you don't want to create your own, there are so many companies that you can side hustle for too.
That's right. And that includes also, you can find something for anything, right? Uber, like if you're willing to drive and do those type of things. And also Facebook Marketplace. Allie and I were just talking about that. A lot of people are flipping items on Facebook Marketplace and kind of turning that into like a side hustle as well. When I was freelancing in Los Angeles, I would flip books. I'd go to Goodwill and just like find books, scan them in Amazon or other apps, find how much they're worth and resell them.
I love that.
And you can make like decent money doing that.
I'm going to our Facebook page because
Okay.
apparently we have a Facebook comment. By the way, we are streaming not only on fox4now.com, but you can watch us on Facebook and most days on YouTube too. Marcos Molina says, "My girls."
Hey, Marcos.
He did this too.
Oh, we love it. Hey, Marcos. Thanks for tuning in to us, my girls.
My
I
girls.
love that so much.
We love Marcos.
Well, your girls got some news today.
Yes, we do. So, this is like not anything new necessarily, but it's back in discussions in Cape Coral because people living in one area of Cape Coral, one neighborhood in particular, they are really stressed out about. Is that us talking?
Yeah,
I have headphones on, so I didn't even hear it.
It's okay, I got you. They're really stressed out about flooding. Yeah.
As we head into the rainy season.
Exactly.
Tell them why, Shari.
All right, so you'll remember when it rained Monday, and some parts of Southwest Florida, like where I live, we barely saw any rain. And then some parts of Southwest Florida saw a decent amount of rain. Under 2 inches in this community in Cape Coral, but you can see, look at this, the drainage. You can see in this area there was a lot of pooling, a lot of flooding in this community. This community is right off of Northwest, let me see, I think we said 6th Terrace? Yeah, Northwest 6th Terrace. Thank you so much. And so people in this community are saying the city needs to do more when it comes to drainage, especially as we ramp up into hurricane season. So they're frustrated. They're like, something else needs to be done. So what we did was essentially reach out to the city, and the city says, listen, we did install these drains. We have worked on the drainage system in this particular area, but these are designed to do like a slow
drain. Everyone wants it gone like that.
100%.
Doesn't work that way.
Like, it doesn't work like that. They said they even came out to this community, took a look, assessed what was going on, and they're like, these drains are working exactly how they should be. But of course, for homeowners, it's frustrating. And if under 2 inches of rainfall can do that, they're like, what happens when there's a real storm?
So 2 things. I think that I was talking to Trent about this. Right now, because we are just going into the rainy season, right? Where the ground is dry, and I think that you would think, oh, it soaks it up so quickly, but that's actually not the case. Like initially, when the ground is really dry and we get those first few weeks of rain, it does take a little bit longer for it to seep in. So that's one thing. And I think that it's just part of living in Florida, right? Like, unfortunately, Florida, especially Southwest Florida, built up so quickly. Right? The houses are built up, the water drains down, and the roads and the beginning of the driveways, they flood.
Yeah, that's right. It's like a part of life for us at this point.
I don't know if there's a fix, if you will, for it.
Well, you brought up a good point when we were talking about this earlier during the broadcast, which is there are little things that you can do around your home to help. One of those was like, you look like you lost. Do you remember what you said? Clearing the drains.
Yes,
remember?
Getting the sticks out.
Yeah, getting the sticks out, clearing the drains is something that you can do to kind of help with this problem. But for a lot of people, unfortunately, especially the city saying like, listen, we've been on this. This is how it's going to be. This is the best it's going to get. This is probably what you're going to deal with moving forward. Also, the city says, if you are in a problematic area, if you're worried about drainage in your area, there is a survey that you can fill out. This is the city of Cape Coral particularly. They're like, let us know. We can come out and assess it, especially as we get ready to make our way further into hurricane season as well.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. We've been covering these stories for years. This is nothing new for us, but we do appreciate hearing from city officials or, who say like, listen, let us know what the problem is and let's see if we can assess it.
Yeah, and we actually just covered Northport. They were dealing with some flooding too, and they were like, listen, if you see a weir or a, what do you call the thing? The drainage ditchy thing.
Ditch, yeah.
Super technical terms that I'm using here. Then you need to let them know so that they can come out and check it. Yeah. Also, Bella Line said she's a big Shari and Amy fan.
Oh, well, we are big Bella Line fans.
We are big Bella Line fans. Oh, and Miyoshi's tuned in too. Just like all the wow. These kids at Fox 4 have nothing to do. What's going on here? Love you guys so much.
The sad thing is they're probably in the meeting right now, so I just want to say they might not be paying attention.
Okay. Let's talk about fertilizing. Okay. So just another quick note as we are headed into rainy season, please don't use fertilizer on your lawn.
And why is that, Amy?
Because you put the fertilizer on, and then the rain comes, and the rain goes whoosh, and it goes into the canals and the river and all the waterways, and it feeds because it has nitrogen and phosphorus in it, and then little algae blooms are like, yummy, 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 yummy. And then they're like, poof.
Yeah.
It's bad. Yep. Don't do it. It's till September, I think, that there's a ban on fertilizer. And Lee County just put out a memo reminding everyone, like, nix the fertilizer, but this is really a Southwest Florida thing right now.
Yep.
Please
It's all about
don't.
protecting the waterways. And you know you don't like those algal blooms. You know what I mean? You don't like
No.
seeing them. You don't like smelling them. That's for
No.
sure. So this is a little thing, and I know you like your lawn looking good. I feel that.
Mine looks like rear end right now.
Yeah, ours is sad. It's got like leaves and dirt and
Did you like how I filtered myself?
yeah. We're making progress.
We are making progress. Oh, I love it. So a couple of my friends' kids just started driving.
Mixed emotions with that.
Right?
You can take
So
yourself to school, but also I'm scared.
it's scary,
Yep.
right? And it's not even them. I mean, granted, don't really trust the teenagers, right?
Mhm.
Because they're probably doing a million different things. But don't trust the other people on the roadways. I don't
That's
want
right.
anyone to get hurt. Anyway, there is a new law that starts July 1st. And this is interesting because it wasn't always this way. If your kid, let's say they're getting ready to get their driver's permit, so they're 15 and they're like, Mom, I can't wait to drive in the car with you. Before they can do that now, starting July 1st, they have to complete driver's ed. This
Would-
was just signed.
Mm-hmm. I'd be so disappointed. Imagine being right there, thinking you're gonna walk in and get your permit, and then you're
Tough cookies.
not.
Listen, wait, did you take driver's ed?
I did not. It was not. It was not a
And
requirement.
it shows. Do you use your
Oh!
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, she's definitely
Wait.
referring to the fact that I got into a car accident.
Oh no, I was not.
Oh, I thought you were. I ousted myself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was a long time ago now.
So I had to take it in I took it in high school at Cape High.
Hold on though. Was it required?
I don't remember. We're going deep into the archives there.
Well, I was just actually looking at some of the documentation. So a lot of schools in Florida do offer driver's ed.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was an elective.
It just is not a requirement. And
Mhm.
so a lot of people on Facebook are like, you guys are reporting the false news. It's not real. I just got to tell you, like a lot of schools, this is not a requirement for students.
Well, it will be starting July 1st.
That's
but
right.
here's the good news. Oh my gosh, where am I going to send my kid? You don't have to send him anywhere. Florida Virtual School, which is the largest provider in the state, they are going to be offering this course for free.
Yeah.
So the kids just have to log on, complete this course, and I'm a parent of a now 13-year-old, so we're clock's a ticking before he's going to be asking for his permit. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like they need to know the basic rules of the road
Yeah.
before they're getting behind the wheel.
The other thing I think people were getting confused too, wasn't there a traffic course requirement already? There was in order for you to get your permit, excuse me, you had to take this one particular course. It is required. And I think a lot of people got that mixed up with driver's ed. So now it's like an additional
Gotcha.
thing that you have to do. And I think, yeah, the more you know.
The more you know.
Yep.
Isn't that like a reading
yeah, I stole
rainbow
it.
slogan? Reading rainbow.
I think it's, she said no reading rainbow, which made me,
I love reading
I thought you
rainbow.
said no. Because I was going to be like, butterfly in the sky. Okay.
Yeah, right? The
That's a-
best. I loved reading rainbow when I was growing up. If you don't know what it is, Google it. Let's talk about McCollum Hall. So McCollum Hall is this place in Fort Myers that back in the heyday was like the jazz scene, right? So big names you still talk about and hear today. B.B. King,
Ella Fitzgerald.
like they would go there. These are some renderings for an idea that a developer had to renovate and kind of bring McCollum Hall back. We're talking about a gathering area, a place to watch TV, little food stands that they can
Mhm.
have. But said developer was a private developer, wanted the city to give $4.2 million to basically help move this project forward. So they had a meeting about this last night, and the city they didn't shut it down and they didn't really agree to it. What they said is we're going to have to go back to the negotiating table. The 4.2 million wasn't given to this developer, so they're going to talk to him, see where things go, or they might just do it as a city and maybe like tweak the plan a little bit.
Yep.
So it's not a yes, it's not a no, but at least they're still talking about it.
Yep, they're moving forward. And obviously, this is a big talker for people in the community because Amy, how long have we been talking about renovating McCollum Hall?
Oh, years and
Years.
years and years and years.
Years. So the meeting was packed. I mean, Miyoshi said there were people in the hallway
Yeah.
waiting to see what was going to happen. People want to see progress. And honestly, they've been promised here and there that there's going to be something that happens. And I mean,
It never happens.
Dude, I went to a meeting about McCollum Hall last year, And I thought we would be seeing some develop, and we're still here. So people are frustrated. They're like,
Right.
and even after the meeting, I was looking at some comments today on Facebook, and people were saying, this is not a win. We're still kind of in limbo, waiting to see what happens next, like you explained. But people do feel like this is a step in the right direction, and the decision maker there was actually Mayor Kevin Anderson voting yes.
Okay, so I'll have to follow up with Miyoshi and see if she can follow up because she covers Fort Myers every day, and so
Right.
she's in with the mayor and she can
Mhm.
ask questions. But like, obviously, there's the money piece of it. Take that away. Is it like they want to make sure they're putting the right kind of development there so that in a year or two, like, are people using it and going to it? Is that the issue? I'd be curious to know, like, what's the hesitation aside from the money?
Yeah, I don't want to speak for Miyoshi. I agree with you 100%. I think we do need to connect with her and
Yeah.
find out more of the details. But you mentioned this in the newscast. It's true. She's been following this story
Oh, since the beginning.
since the beginning of when this conversation started up again. Definitely go on fox4now.com and find her stories, and you can kind of see the stories before as well that she's done with this.
She's amazing. So a lot of the kids are out of school. Like my nieces, Friday was their last day. My kids, not so much yet. They still have two today and tomorrow.
Mhm.
So they're doing finals and all that fun stuff. But with summer, one thing that I think a lot of people don't think about is, especially if your kids go to, for example, Lee County schools, um, they get free and reduced lunch.
Yeah.
You can get breakfast when you get dropped off in the morning, and then you get lunch. And there are a lot of kids, more than you could possibly know, that rely on these meals to get through the week.
Mhm.
So, there are blessings in a backpack and different organizations that send some of these kids home with food for the weekend. But now we're going into the summer,
Yeah.
right? And so it's like, whoa, I have 9 weeks or whatever it is where I don't know if I'm going to have food on a day-to-day basis. And we hate this. But there is this free summer meal program. We tell you guys about this every year.
Mhm.
So every Monday, the Lee County School District is partnering with, hold on, I have to dig deep for the name of it, Summer Spot? I got to look up the name. Anyway, you can go pick up 7 days worth of meals on Mondays. And they've got locations from Pine Island to Buckingham to Lehigh and Fort Myers where you can go and you're like, oh, my kid, summer break spot. That's what it is. You can go and pick up these meals, and let's say you have 3 kids. All you have to do is show their school ID. If you don't have that, show a report card, show something like their little login on Parents Web or whatever that shows that they're students, and you get breakfast, lunch, and
Come on.
like snacks for
Come on.
them for a whole week. So this is huge for families to be able to do this. I love that they do that.
When I worked at Quality Life Center, we were one of the sites for this particular program, and you would see families line up, and it's nothing. It's nothing. I know sometimes people worry about like
The stigma?
perception, the
No,
stigma. You
no.
literally just walk up, grab your box, and keep it pushing. But there were so many families that benefited from this particular program. So definitely take advantage. Forget the stigma, forget all those things. If that can take one thing off of your plate,
100%.
please take advantage of that program.
Life's expensive.
Come on.
Kids are expensive. Summer's expensive. If you're doing a couple camps or maybe you're not, you need childcare. It just all adds up. So if this is, like Shari said, one thing that you can do, and you don't want the food to go to waste. They have these programs. So if people don't utilize them, they're going to go away, right? So let's use them and definitely go stop by. If you want to find those 9 locations where you can pick food up across Lee County, just summer break spot, or you can go to the Lee County School District website to find that out.
Okay, we were talking about your memory. It's on point because I couldn't even
But
recall.
see the delayed response?
Oh, stop it.
It's like, what is it? What
Please.
is it? What is it? There it is.
Speaking of money, we are in full-blown summer at this point, and if you're thinking about summer vacation, planning the trip to the theme park, it adds up.
Oh, you're telling me.
It adds up.
Take out a second mortgage.
It's expensive. And so we were talking about Ryan Kruger earlier, and he does this segment in Your Money, and he talked about summer travel savings in his most recent post. Florida ranks 20th overall for budget-friendly vacation spots.
This surprised me.
Really?
Yeah, it did. But then I thought about it a little deeper, and I was like, okay, yeah.
First of all, like, I consider the beach a vacation spot,
Well, and it's free.
and it's free. So you're
Except
in
for
there.
parking. So
Right.
yes, when you think of that, because sometimes when you think of Florida and vacations, you automatically think of like
Theme parks.
the theme parks and the stuff, and that is crazy expensive.
100%. How much is a fast pass?
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Crazy. So I actually think this makes sense for Florida. But listen, Florida hotels average about $146 nightly. If you look at other hotels in other places, that actually is
That's
a
not bad.
pretty good sweet spot as
Yeah.
well.
Arkansas is only 114 a night.
When I heard this in his story, at first I was like, who's going to Arkansas? And that's no disrespect. I just was like, who's going to Arkansas?
Have you been to Arkansas?
But this is what I was going to say. I would actually be curious to go to Arkansas.
I've never been to Arkansas, and I would absolutely go too. But
Perhaps we
do they? This is like I sound ignorant right now, but like,
what are you going to say?
are there touristy things to do in Arkansas? Yes, there are. So hold on, Ellie, have you been to Arkansas? Yes. What? Grab the mic. What can you do in Arkansas?
There's Eureka Springs.
Ooh.
There's Beaver Lake. There's mountains. There's trails.
Outdoorsy.
Yes, it's very outdoorsy. It's
Okay.
beautiful. So where I'm from borders Arkansas.
Okay.
So it's like a 2-hour drive.
Okay.
So it's
So it's beautiful. If you
Yeah,
want to
I've
go
been all
do
the
the
time.
lake vacation, go hiking.
like a little lake cabin getaway for the weekend.
Okay, gotta add Arkansas to the list.
For real. And at $114. I'm with that, Allie. You can book that for us. That sounds great, Allie. Make that happen.
Okay.
Also, Mississippi, North Carolina, and Tennessee were also on that list, as well as cheap offers, too.
Yeah, and apparently gas is at the lowest price in 20 years.
So,
It's
road
right
trip.
there in front of me. That's
Road trip. Yeah,
good thing
I'm with that.
because I don't have an EV yet.
For real. Same.
That was a real laugh.
You make me for real laugh.
Speaking also of traveling, if you want to go solo, it's going to cost you more money. Well, actually, not really, because, one ticket's cheaper than 3, but you're going to pay more for the same ticket on the plane if you have one of you versus if you're booking your whole family. Per
Yeah.
ticket, we're talking.
Yeah. Like when you, according to this new study that just came out, when you Google like a single person ticket, you're seeing more expensive options versus if the 4 of us were to type in trip to, I don't know, Arkansas, we would automatically be directed, according to the study, to see more discounted prices per person versus if we were just typing in Amy Wegmann wants to go to Arkansas.
I would be interested if there's a way to like a loophole, right? So if you search traveling with 4 people and you get that price, and then you're like, never mind, just want to travel by myself. You still can't get that
I
price.
feel
for
like,
sure.
no, you're pretty locked in. Also, have you ever been on Expedia and you've been tracking the same like destination over and over?
It's been a minute, but yes, I usually use Google now.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's kind of the
'Cause
same
they
thing.
do the block of travel, yeah.
Right. What I've noticed is if you hang on for too long onto the same, like we were looking at trips to different destinations, and it was like, I noticed that I started to see the price go up slightly. So I was looking at the same trip for about a day, and I noticed that like $2 difference, but it was almost like Expedia knew, like this girl's really thinking about doing this. We pretty much got her locked in.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was being stalked a little bit by Expedia, but played a little bit by Expedia. But I did notice that like it goes up by like $1 or $1. They're like, great deal, 2 rooms left. But I was being played by Expedia. It's all the cookies, not those cookies.
Right,
the
because
other
I
cookies.
do want a cookie. I do want to say hi
Hello.
to Jacqueline. Jacqueline McMiller. She's saying, hi, Fox ladies. Thanks for streaming with us, Jacqueline. I'm curious. Obviously, you're on Facebook because you're messaging. Let us know if you have any burning questions for us.
If I'm gonna take a guess, I feel like this is actually a face that we have seen on Fox 4 previously.
Yeah.
Oh, be careful. She was trying to look a little closer. Does it look familiar?
I don't have my
It's okay.
my glasses on. I've hit
We don't
that
have our
age.
readers.
I do have a eye doctor appointment tomorrow, but
Let me see.
she's so cute.
Not me squinting. Oh my God, I'm squinting.
It's
Oh yes.
Tiny. Hi,
Okay.
Jacqueline.
How you doing, Miss Jacqueline McMiller? Thank you for joining our stream. You are a very supportive voice in our community, and I have a feeling you probably have some thoughts on McCollum Hall, so please feel free to share those. And thanks for jumping in the chat and saying hi to us. We love that.
We do love that. Did you know you can get a free Frosty at Wendy's today? That was so off topic. That was off script.
Mission accomplished. Good
that
job.
was really off script.
Yes, with purchase. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but I gotta let them know because I don't want them to pull up and be like, "Hey, I'm here for my free Frosty," and they're like,
No, I'm the okay is to Wendy's. Come on.
Are you by? Do
You're
you
either
know?
going to do the free Frosty or you're not.
True. I do hear you on that.
Whatever.
So do you know that they're celebrating the Goodyear blimp, the plane?
Who's they?
Wendy's. So this is why they have the free Frosty. So
But why?
we were trying to figure out the connection. Okay, so it sounds like Goodyear
Okay.
is headquartered in Ohio, and so is Wendy's. So Wendy's is like, hey, today's the 100th anniversary. We're going to celebrate with free Frosties. I know.
That is so random.
I know. I have it right here for you. Wendy's is celebrating a fellow Ohioans. We got a lot of
So
Ohioans.
is the free
so sorry.
Frosty only in Ohio?
No, it's actually nationwide. Don't worry, I double checked that. I don't
Okay.
play about these freebies. But yeah, it says they are observing the Goodyear Blimp's 100th birthday, another Ohio icon, on June 3rd with an exclusive in-app deal. So there you
Okay,
go.
well there you go. Buy some junior bacon cheeseburger, get a free Frosty, and now they have more flavors than when we were younger.
Yes.
saying.
I just learned that it's vanilla or chocolate, but then they also have
They have some
strawberry.
Yeah, and like they have seasonal flavors too. I think they had like a pepperminty one, and then don't they mix stuff in now too? They're trying to get
I
into
did
that game.
Oreo brownie.
Yes,
The
they're
passion
trying
with your yes was real.
Mhm. I don't eat Frosties. I'm not a fan. I would take a junior bacon cheeseburger over a Frosty any day.
Girl, you are tripping. I can't even believe you said that. Allie said she would do a small Frosty. I was like, nah, if you're going in, you're going in. The Frosty is like a different kind of chocolate experience. Okay.
See, if I'm gonna eat ice cream, because that's in the category of ice cream, right?
Sure.
I want to chew it.
Oh, that's
I don't
interesting.
like ice cream.
Maybe because I have sensitive teeth. I like the
lots of crunchy stuff.
Yeah, okay.
in ice cream.
Okay, I get that. I don't respect it because I think like the Frosty's where it's at, but all right. Cool.
I mean,
cool story.
Frosties are great. They're just like I said. I'm
you
a
take it-
salty person over that. Oh, one person's going to Wendy's.
Yes, going to Wendy's.
Shut up! It's Jacqueline. Yes, Jacqueline, go to Wendy's.
Make sure you tell them you heard it from us. I don't think it makes a difference, but
Yeah.
still.
It definitely doesn't make a difference. I promise. Anywhoots. All right, favorite fast food chain. Go.
Ooh, Chick-fil-A.
It depends what kind of mood I'm in.
Okay. Say you're in a good mood. No. Wait, I don't want that one.
Good
Say
mood.
you're in a bad mood.
What does the mood have to do with it? I'm not a
You
like
just said.
no.
it
What
depends-
kind of mood, like food wise, I'm in?
Oh, okay. But I actually know the answer for you.
What?
Good mood, bad mood. Five Guys.
Ooh, I love Five Guys.
I know you do.
I
Look how
may or may
passionate
not have
you
had
get.
Five Guys last night. My
You're my-
girlfriend
okay,
that's in
your best
town,
friend's in town.
yes,
Okay,
and
get it.
her son likes Five Guys, and we took the kids to go jump at the trampoline park, and Five Guys was next door.
I totally am with that. I was only looking disappointed because you are my fitness goals. Remember, you're like my motivation. So if you're going to Five Guys, that's an excuse for me to go to Five Guys.
It's protein. You can get it wrapped in lettuce
Stop
instead of a
saying
bun.
that. You've been saying that for a long time, and now look at me. I was taking your advice. Don't say that. Like it's protein.
It is protein.
I'll take the large fry. You know.
no,
Like-
the fries are not protein, but the burger and the bacon is protein.
Okay.
And the tomato and the lettuce, it's fine.
Okay, whatever. Okay.
All right. Well, that's it. That's all I have.
That's all I have too. Thank you for joining the Off Script podcast. We love being able to talk to you guys. So thank you so much for jumping into the conversation. And all of these stories that we talked about, you can find them on fox4now.com. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. I have to
Yes.
tell you one more thing.
What?
2 times this weekend, people were like, we love the podcast.
Really?
And I like random.
Wait, like family members?
I don't know that they were family members. No, they weren't family members.
Okay.
Just like people in the community. Like we love the podcast. Just a different way of getting the news. Love seeing that side of you guys. So I just wanted to share that with you
That makes me really happy.
because we're new. So we're like,
We are new.
where are views at? And then people are watching, and so that's cool.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, fox4now.com. We stream on YouTube. We stream on Facebook. So that way you'll be able to catch up with the news of the day and, goof off with us a little bit too.
See you at 5 Guys.
Bye. Oh, 5. I thought you meant 5 p.m. for Fox 4 News at 5.
That too.
She meant 5 Guys. Going face down in the ketchup packet. Bye.